Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back at it again with the videos. I did have a couple of videos pre-recorded and edited, but I didn't do the voiceover. But when I did this set today, I was like, I need to upload this ASAP. So I was like, I'm just gonna upload this one first, and then I'll upload the ones that I have later on. So the first thing that I've done here is push back the cuticles, and I'm using my I think it's called outer space cuticle pushers or scrapers. I don't know what they're called, but they're from the Glitter Planet UK, and I have a discount code, which is Luki5. I will leave it on the screen for you to use. And now I'm going in with I don't even know what this bit is called, but I got it from Amazon, and it basically just cleans the cuticle area, makes it nice and flush, gets rid of any dead skin and all that. After this, I will be using my sanding band, so my 180 sanding band, and I will just remove all the shine from all of the natural nails. So now I'm going in with my natural nail tips, and these ones I got from Amazon. I decided to use the regular natural nail tips this time rather than my stiletto ones, just because the client wanted a tapered square. So there was no need for trimming these sides because she didn't want them narrow. She wanted them a little bit more tapered. So that's why I'm using these tips. Make sure that when you apply tips, you look at the nail from different angles, and make sure that when you apply the tips, the sidewalls or the wings of the tips fit exactly on the sides of the nail. And if you have one tip too small and one too big, always go for the bigger one. Trim the sides or file the sides to make it fit the nail. And I'm using my KDS glue to do this step. Now I'm using my tornado file from CJP, surprise, and I'm just shaping the nails before the acrylic application. And this time I did not trim the nails because, as I said before, she wanted a tapered square, so there was no need to trim the sides because I wasn't going to file that much anyway. I just wanted to redefine the sidewalls. So when you do a tapered square, make sure, or square really, just make sure you hold your file at a 90-degree angle from both sides of the nail, and then a 90-degree angle at the free edge as well. I really love this tornado file because it just makes life so much easier, and it creates this really crisp look. So I highly recommend this file, especially for people that struggle with filing. This file is thebomb.com. But anyway, I also blend the nail tip in the middle just because these are natural nail tips and I wanted to make it look a little bit more natural. So yeah, I blended the tip to in the middle. And after this, I apply my CJP acid primer, and then I just go ahead and apply my thin base of acrylic, and I'm using the one monomer from CJP, my big boy brush from CJP, and my Naio clear powder. Now that we have the clear base, I will go with acrylic application. And for those of you that were asking me, why do you do the clear base? I do the clear base just so, first of all, when the client comes back for a redesign or an infill and she wants a different color, like different colored acrylic, I can just file back to that clear layer. And also another reason is when you use colored acrylic on the nails, it can stain the nails if you want to take them off or whatever when you soak them off. So I highly recommend going in with a thin base of clear first and then doing your normal acrylic. But anyway, now I'm using my Naio Flawless, and this is a core powder from Naio. It works like a dream. I don't know if you guys can see, but it just works amazing. I love this so much. I will be purchasing more Naio powders because I'm obsessed. But I show you on different fingers or different nails how I do my application. So sometimes I do my 4-ball method, sometimes I just add as I go. I just think it's always best for you to add acrylic, you know, just estimate how much you need, and I just feel like you will know if you need more or less as you're looking at the nail, looking at it from different views, looking at it from, you know, from the sides. That will help you know if you have the correct amount of acrylic or not. But one thing I do want to mention is that when you're applying a core powder, or when you're just doing a normal set of acrylics, make sure you build a nice apex on the nails, just because, especially with like nails with this length, quite long, you want to have an apex there, because the apex will help give the nail strength, and it will help prevent it to break and snap easily, and they look better. Come on, we all know that you don't want a flat nail unless you like that, girl, that's what you like, but I feel like we all like a little bit of texture there. So yeah, I've applied Flawless on 3 nails, and then on the ring finger and the middle finger, I will be adding Baby Blue from CJP. Another thing I wanted to mention, you guys, is that when you do any set of acrylic nails, you want to make sure that you keep wiping your brush. You want to have that paper towel right next to you and keep wiping that brush, because if you have any product stuck on that brush, it will ruin it and it will make your life so much harder. Like, I remember when I first started acrylics, I used to just give up because I used to like not wipe my brush enough, and product used to get stuck there, and I used to just be like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. So it does help when you wipe it. Also, another thing, when you apply the first bead near the cuticle area, make sure you don't flood it into the cuticle. Just add it slightly lower than where your cuticle is, and then just use the tip of your brush to tuck it onto the cuticle area, but never ever touch your cuticle area. So yeah, these are very, very important steps. Not only does it minimize filing time, it also obviously, like I said, with wiping the brush, it helps you have that brush for a longer time. Always invest in a good brush, you guys, because a brush is very, very essential when coming to acrylic nails. I swear I've tried other brands, or not even, like, I don't even know, I just tried very cheap brushes, and oh my god, they used to give me nightmares. So a nice brush definitely makes a big difference. And if you really want me to recommend you a really, really good brush, I highly recommend the Big Boy brush. If you think it's a little bit too big, I personally thought it was perfect for beginners, but if you want something a little bit smaller, I would say go with a number 10 or number 8, and the Glitter Planet UK does amazing brushes. So yeah, on these two fingers, so there's 2 blue fingers, I capped the nails with my Naio nails clear powder. And the reason why I capped these 2 nails and not the rest is because this is a powder design from CJP. Like I said, it's called Baby Blue, whereas the other nails are basically a core powder, so it does not require capping. So now I'm going in again with my amazing file, the Tornado file, and I'm just reshaping the nails. As you can see, the shape remained really, really good because as I was applying the acrylic, I was wiping the sides of the nail to make sure that I don't disturb the shape, because a lot of times when you add acrylic, it bulks it up and it just changes the shape. So if you keep wiping the sides of your nails, it will minimize filing time. As you can see, I barely did any filing. I was just getting that crisp look. And like I said before, this file is incredible, so I highly recommend it. So anyway, after doing this, I basically just dust these nails off and wipe with an alcohol wipe. And then I will be coming back to, oh, actually, no. What am I talking about? I am going to debulk. I wish I didn't have to do this. I mean, I love this step, but I wish my application was perfect enough to not have to file them. But to be honest, I love this step, so yeah. Anyway, let me stop rambling here and let me tell you what I'm doing. So I'm using my smooth top fine drill bit from the Glitter Planet UK, and it's just a safety bit. So it basically is a smooth top, which means it doesn't cut your client. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend this drill bit because it basically removes any lumps and bumps that you may have on your nail. It smoothens everything out, and it also doesn't require buffing, so it's perfect. However, it does go on the cuticle area very well to seal it, but I always like to go with my carbide bit and just go a little bit closer to that cuticle area and seal that acrylic really well. And when I mean seal acrylic, is basically thinning out the cuticle bead or the cuticle acrylic as thin as possible to let it blend to the natural nail, just so when it grows, it looks like it's part of your nail rather than an extension, if that makes sense. And you don't want it to look like a bump growing from your fingers, if that makes sense. But yeah, the first thing I do is use this smooth top that I'm using right now. Once I have that smooth wall, I don't know what to call it, smooth nail, I go in with this drill bit, and this is a fine drill bit that I got from Amazon. I don't know, I just typed in smooth or fine, I don't know, drill bit. Yeah, and I'm just tucking that right between the cuticle and so the cuticle area and the acrylic, and basically sealing that acrylic onto the nail. Alrighty, y'all, so this is when I dust the nails off, buff them, and then wipe them with an alcohol wipe. This is the time. Okay, so I'm using my CJP buffer. Again, with the drill bit that I used, it's not very necessary, but I am very picky and I like doing this extra step. Plus, it doesn't take a couple of seconds, so we're all good. So I buff the nails and then, like I said, dust them off again, wipe them with an alcohol wipe, and then I'll come back for the cloudy, beautiful design. So now to do these really cute clouds, I'm using a large dotting tool and just placing 3 dots as you see, and then leaving the base. Even though the base looks like, you know, it's not straight, I do straighten it up with a really fine brush. I'm watching a telenovela right now and it's distracting me. I am so sorry. But yeah, I use like a really thin brush to create a line where the base of that cloud is, just to make it look nice. And I just use a brush that I found from Amazon. If you are interested, I will leave it linked down below as well. And then for the gel polish, I'm using French tip from D&D. And yeah, I will cure for 60 seconds and then I shall come back. Now you guys, I am just adding some bling to these sassy nails. They're already sassy, and with bling, they're extra sassy. I'm using my Kiara Sky base glue and just, you know, putting some dots where I want those gems on. And I'm just using a very, very small size. I think they're the SS6. I don't even know. I really don't know. This thing just fell on the floor. They all got mixed up together, and yes, it was like horrible trying to find that size, but I did it eventually. So yeah, it created like that really, really pretty raindrops type of look. If you can see it, I see it. I hope my client saw it as well. I hope you guys see it too. Otherwise, yeah, we just have a broad imagination. But yeah, you just want to add those wherever you want to. I am not picky with how many. I just like to scatter them around, make them look nice and pretty. Don't put too much on the nails just because it might end up looking like pimples. You don't want that. You don't want your nail looking like it's got zits. So you just want to make sure that you distribute them very nicely and yeah, not put too many because it just doesn't look nice, you guys. So once I've applied all the bling, you guys, I basically just applied my CJP tack free top gloss on all of the nails, making sure that I was going around the bling and not over the bling because it takes away from the shine. And then I cured for 60 seconds, applied cuticle oil from Naff, coconut, and yeah. So this is the final look, you guys. I really hope you guys love this look as much as me and my client loved it. I still love it, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, you guys, bye.